Wildlife officials are investigating two separate grizzly bear attacks in the same area in the Gravelly Mountains yesterday.
MTN's Cody Boyer was in Ennis earlier today tracking down the details of this story.
Two separate grizzly bear attacks in almost exactly the same location, hours apart. Fish, Wildlife, and Parks say it all happened up there in the Gravelly Mountains near Cottonwood Creek. According to them, if those hunters hadn't been exactly prepared the way they were, this could have been an entirely different story.
While the bear was in the process of attacking one guy, the other guy sprayed him and sent him on his way.
It's a situation that bears a warning. Some of what you see might be considered graphic. It's also a situation that those living near the Gravelly Range, like Terry James, say is terrifying to imagine.
It was a little of a shocker. They were still in shock as well.
Terry speaks from experience, having met two of the hunters involved in yesterday's attacks. While the hunters couldn't speak with us, they did tell us we could use their photos, including this one taken immediately after it happened.
They were dressed in hospital clothing, which was a little odd to start with. He had a pretty big gash in the back of his head that you couldn't see that was bandaged, and the other guy had injuries around his groin area. But they were in good spirits.
Both men had received medical attention and were just looking for some clothes. But in just a few hours, this would happen again.
Later that day, around 6:30 p.m. in the same general area, two other hunters were heading north toward Cottonwood Creek and also encountered a bear.
Only one hunter was hurt in that attack. Morgan Jacobson with Fish, Wildlife, and Parks says the area has been locked down to be investigated.
It's unclear whether this was the same bear in both incidents or two different bears. That's another part of the puzzle that we're looking into.
Both Shedhorn owner Rob Galantine and the FWP agree. Both of the hunters that stopped into Ennis, bruised and bandaged, were prepared. It may have saved their life.
Things have changed so much in the past 10 years, 20 years, you know, where you just wouldn't want to hike the Madisons or the Gravellys or any of the mountains without bear spray.
Looking back at yesterday, it's safe to say having bear spray can make all of the difference, as well as having a buddy. But you also need to know where your bear spray is. You can't be rummaging for it at the last second. You should be able to pull it out, break the lock on it so you take it off the safety, and then make sure you aim low so when you do hit the bear, you hit it where it counts.
While the two from Monday morning want to spread the word, so does Terry. Mother Nature is powerful, but this was an example of how to survive the worst.
We need to tread lightly on their ground and respect these animals.
In Ennis, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
FWP is now closing Cottonwood Road and the surrounding area to make sure others near there stay safe.